Hi everyone, Tasha here, and this is my stop on the Craft Collabs February Hop, sponsored by Crackerbox and Suzy Stamps. Today we're going to share with you some fun projects created with stamps and products from Crackerbox and Suzy Stamps, and it's all going to be around the theme of thinking of you. Today I'm going to use this cute little kitty cat to show you an easy card. And you also have a chance to win a giveaway sponsored by Crackerbox and Suzy Stamps. So be sure to hop around, leave a comment, and all the details will be in the description box below. Also, be sure to check out the Crackerbox and Suzy Stamps shop. The link will also be in the description box below. To begin our project, we're going to start by stamping the cat image with some black ink. I do like to use hybrid ink for this because I'm going to be coloring the cat, and this way my ink won't smear. So I'm just going to stamp the kitty in black. And I'm using my stamping tool. This stamp isn't a clear stamp, so I did remove the extra foam padding since you don't need it. And I'm just going to stamp it one more time so that I get a nice crisp image. And this one is more of a sketch design, so it's not going to be like perfectly solid lines, but I just want to make sure that those lines are nice and dark, especially like the mouth and just some of the lines in the cat's fur. So I just want to do it one more time, and you see it made such a difference just by making it a lot darker. So once my image is stamped, I'm going to start coloring. And then the colors I'm using are going to be in kind of like the orange and brown family. And I'm going to start with the darkest color, which is the E25. Cat coloring. I did go back in and just add in more details, a little bit of white embellishment, and then I finished the pink and peach for the tongue. I used my scan and cut to cut out this image. I think it's super cute. You can just stamp directly onto your card, of course, but I did want to cut it out, so you can also just fussy cut around. So this cat is ready to go, and now we can start finishing our distress ink and completing our project. Our top card is 5 by 5, and it's just plain white cardstock. And then I'm going to use some of this purple tape, the skinny one, to mask off the bottom, because this is where I'm going to put the sentiment. And just to make sure that I have it lined up correctly, this is the sentiment that I'm using. And then let me just get my kitty cat image. And I just kind of want to make sure that I have everything where I want it. So I want it right around there. So I'm going to use this masking tape, or this purple tape, and I'm just going to mark off where that sentiment will be. So I don't go over. In addition, I'm using some Post-it paper just to make sure that I don't get any of the distress ink where I don't want it. The colors for distress ink that I'm using is Squeezed Lemonade, Worn Lipstick, and then the Spice Marmalade. And I just want it to be a nice bright sky. Now that my ink blending background is completed, then we can pull off these masking paper, the masking paper, and this purple tape. It's always my favorite part. And then you have this pretty background with that crisp line where we can do our stamping. Now it's time to stamp the sentiment. The one I chose is "May your day be filled with love and happiness." I thought this one was perfect for a thinking of you card, but it can also be used for a birthday card or really any type of card. And I'm going to stamp it with the same black ink that I used on the kitty cat, that hybrid ink. I just like that the black is so dark against that white. And since the top part of the card is so colorful, I just wanted to have it a black and white with the sentiment area. I did have to stamp this one twice. It was a good stamped image the first time, but I just wanted it to be a little darker. I also really like the font. It's that handwritten. It probably was handwritten, but it has that handwritten look to it, and I just think it looks really cool, and it fits in perfectly with that crisp white background. Next, I'm going to stamp the speech bubble right onto the distress ink background. You do want to wait a little bit for your distress ink to dry before stamping, but once it's dry, you can stamp directly on it. Again, I'm using that dark black hybrid ink, and I'm just going to stamp it right onto the pretty background that we just created. And this one, I just needed to stamp once, and it was a nice, perfect image, so that worked out great. Inside the middle of the speech bubble, I'm going to use the tiny Thinking of You stamp. It fits in perfectly inside of the little speech bubble. So this stamp, you can use it alone, or you can put it right into that speech bubble. So if you were interested in purchasing that, it does fit perfectly. So I did get that one stamped, and now I'm ready to go and assemble my layers and add my cat. For my first layer, I'm going to use this really pretty pink colored paper, and I'm going to use my layering rulers to make the layers. Since I'm not the best at layering, I know I say that every time I make a video, but it's the worst part of card making or scrapbooking is layers for me. And I love the way that matted layers look. I'm just not the best at getting them straight or even somewhat straight. So I'm just going to layer the card, and then I'm going to use my We Are Memory Keeper layer guides, and I'm just going to use my cutter blade, and I'm just going to go along the edge, and this way I can ensure that all of my layers are not only the same size, but that they're actually straight. So after all of your layers are attached, I'm going to add the kitty cat image, and then I'm going to add the card to a card base. This one is made out of a heavier weight cardstock, and it's a pretty orange color, and it is cut at 11 by 5.5, scored at 5.5, so it'll fit into a 6x6 envelope, or you can just have it inside of a gift bag or a package or a gift box or whatever you're mailing. I'm using the same tape runner that I used throughout the project to attach it. And I just love how it looks. The bright orange with the pink and the yellow and the white look great. And they coordinate with the colors I used with the cat. I really love it. I think it's so cheerful, and this cat image is just adorable. It makes me smile. I love it so much. Thank you for stopping by today, and I hope you're enjoying the hop. All of the supplies that I used today, along with the hop lineup, the rules for the giveaway, and your next stop will be in the description box below. Thank you again to Crackerbox and Suzy Stamps for sponsoring this hop, and don't forget to leave a comment so you'll be entered in a giveaway for a $25 gift certificate. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.